show.
I wasn't doing no show.
Matter of fact, can you move that camera over a little bit so I can actually? No, don't even do it, sis. You about to?
I got short arms. What you want me to do?
No, because you was about to do something that was gonna fuck everything up, and then it was gonna be real wild.
All right, we're live here, we're live there, we're live everywhere.
We're live here, we're live there, we're live there, we're live there.
Sit down, come on, let's start.
Girl, I do shows for the gram.
Thank y'all so much.
I ain't got it in me to let you do a show.
Thank y'all so much for watching. We did start a little bit earlier, trying to capture a different audience, try to capture more of an audience. Not going on at 8:30 or 9:30. We're actually going on at 8 o'clock tonight. And for all those who don't get to catch the show, who do normally tune in at 8:30, the good thing this is YouTube. So you can always go back to YouTube and watch the beginning of the show and the parts that you missed. If those are favorite parts of the show that you love. So we're going to go ahead and get started, go right into it. Once again, you guys, for those who've never watched the show, who are just now joining, this is SipsTea the Show. We typically do come on at 8:30. We are something different, trying a new time to capture more of an audience as well. Make sure all of you guys are tuning in. We do have a collab that goes on YouTube. If you tune into YouTube, we are able to go ahead and collaborate together. We can see your comments. We can shout you out and things like that. And if you want to join on the collaboration, please, once again, make sure you're on YouTube to do so. You do have to subscribe to the page in order to comment. So support your own. Support us. All right. With that being said, let's get right into it. We're going to start off with some positivity. It's Wednesday. First of all, congratulations to all of us who made it. It's Leo season. Turn up one time for the Leo queen over here. I am a Leo. There's a couple of Leos that I do love so very much. We have Kayla, who is also a Leo, my Leo sister that is Jim's sister, my brother, Leo. Shout out to him. His birthday's tomorrow. Barack Obama, shout out to you. Happy belated birthday. He's also a Leo. I believe
Beyonce's birthday.
I don't know the date.
I just you say happy belated.
So yeah, it has already passed. Okay. Whitney Houston, she's also a Leo. So shout out to her. We'll always rest in peace with her. Shout out to everything that she's done for our community, for our people, our nation, for our world. Shout out to her as well as Barack Obama. And we're gonna go right into it. I'm not gonna hold you about the Leo season. So what you got for us today, sister?
Praise the Lord.
What you got for us today?
First of all, I want to publicly say once again, okay, because you know I don't want to be involved. This is the show, okay? So don't perform. Don't perform for the people, okay? That's my positivity for today, okay? You know, you gotta
perform for the people.
Perform for the Eb Deceleb.
Okay.
It's a whole personal thing. Don't perform for the people, Eb Deceleb. But for the rest of you, hello, everybody. You know your girl GemDTwin is in the building.
Oh, that's one of your quote.
No. No, that was my quote to you.
Oh.
That was my helpful hint for you.
Oh, okay. I see. I thought that was your quote.
No, it's actually my helpful hint for you.
Oh, I see.
All right?
I see.
It's
okay.
It's what I would really enjoy for you is for you not to do that.
You quote?
I feel like that's a part of this show.
Do you quote?
You doing the show again?
I am.
Okay, the show again. But anyway, so my quote is rather short and simple. You know what I'm saying? And I hope it doesn't have to, relate to Eb Deceleb. She over here doing shows and stuff. You know what I mean? On a Wednesday, somebody dragged themselves up in here one good time and got a whole plan for themselves, and then they do a show.
It says unable
put on performances. Might be concerned.
Okay.
So the quote is, let them go and choose yourself. So that is my quote. Something short and something simple and something that relates to everything in life. Let them the fuck go and choose yourself. And it doesn't matter if that is a person. It doesn't matter if that is a job. It doesn't matter if it's your damn pack of cigarettes. It don't matter. It relates to so many different places in our life. Like, even if you don't want to say them, whatever your them is, let them go. Let it go. Let whatever go. And upon your availability or unavailability for some bullshit. Okay, so don't be here for it. You do not have to subscribe. Okay,
but you do have to subscribe to YouTube.
Yes,
to see the show.
Don't let this shit go.
Yeah,
no.
Subscribe to that.
Who wants to hold on to this? And hold on to those things in life that are actually like making sense for you. Hold on to things that are actually feeding you. If you guys follow SipsTea the Show page on Instagram, which I hope you do, and if you do not, you have a chance to go on over there right now and follow us on Instagram. But I believe I posted something there. If it's not there, it's on my GemDTwin page on Instagram. But it's about yours. And then, basically, if somebody does it, by the time they, whoever they is in your life, your job, your man, your girl, your whoever, by the time they recognize your worth, you'll be worth more. So don't sit and, actually seeing yourself through the eyes of somebody else. Let that shit go. When your job does not serve you, let that shit go. If they don't see your worth, you can let that shit go too. You know what I mean? Because by the time they realize that they were sitting on a gold mine, you'll be gone, be moved on to somewhere else, because growth is inevitable. So sisters and brothers, be prepared for the glow up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you definitely so much for that. You guys, please grab the message from them, let them go and choose yourself. It's something similar. It's about it is my birthday's coming up and I've started some new journeys and things like that. So I've definitely been just trying to stay focused and trying to stay strong, remember who I am and remember why I'm my purpose and what I'm great at. And so this is just something for me that I'm giving to you that I got from again. When you first began, you were desperate to be where you are right now. So just keep going. Amen. And so for me, it's just saying, whatever happens, do not give up. Don't give up on yourself. Give up on your dream. Just remember what you had to do to get to where you got to in the first place and keep repeating that. And never lose sight of who you are, because it's easy to do that. You get caught up in the world and you get caught up in everything else, so you easily lose sight of yourself. Absolutely. Or you lose sight of challenges, or you lose sight of who you are and what you're great at. Don't do that because the road doesn't look as clear. You make the road just as clear as you did when the road was clear. So that's kind of my little spiel to you. Your spiel. To you guys, positivity, keep going. Just keep pushing and never, ever, 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 ever give up. Because you will always, if you keep the same thing and doing better, you'll always get better and get better and get better. So. And it's so funny because every day is just a starting. Yeah. Like today is today, but hopefully you won't be wherever it is that you are today in 5 years, in 2 years, next year. You know what I mean? Growth and, movement. I'm not saying growth is inevitable because you can sit your ass still and not do some shit. And I advise you not to do that. But moving forward, even if you stand still, the rest of the world is moving, baby. So at all times. Thank you everybody for tuning in on YouTube. I see you guys. I'm actually seeing some of your comments right now. I'm not sure why I see them on big screen. But we see y'all and how y'all doing, and thank you for sipping tea with us all. Yes, we did. Hey Anna, we did come on a little bit early. You know what I'm saying? Something different. Yes, something different. We're gonna try to get in and out of here before y'all ready to go to sleep, your bedtime and stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So what else you got? So now this is a part of the show, guys. Once again, for those who are just tuning in, never watched the show before, we do have really been taking off, and we've been consistently coming to you every single Wednesday. Whether it is 8:30 or 8 o'clock, we've still been coming every Wednesday. So, absolutely. This is the part of the show. So we just did positivity. We like to start off on a positive note. This is the part of the show where we like to what we call brewing tea, and so we just like to brew tea, which means it's not brewing tea. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is brewing tea. Absolutely. Yeah. Is it brewing tea? Am I missing? Oh, shit. It is brewing tea. Yeah. Maybe you need to move slower and collect yourself, sis. Shit. Collect yourself. So yeah, you got brewing tea. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay. Maybe this early shit. Maybe what? Yeah, because you got came in here
ordering me. Like, what the heck?
Her ass around.
She tried, like, literally, she tried it. And I'm trying to tell you guys that this smile on my face came from me humming the Lord song, because this little Leo be getting out of control sometimes. Y'all don't understand, like, the way that my Gemini is set up. Sometimes the way her Leo is set up is going to try to fuck with my shit. And so I went to this little light of mine.
Okay, so because before she starts singing and humming,
I already did.
I already did. Where we talk about brewing tea, so we see who's out there brewing their tea, doing their thing. We did have a special guest last week, which was Valencia. And we're excited to have her back really, really soon to tell her story. Shout out to her because I know she's watching. She's always watching. Shout out to her and her story and what she's been through, what she's going through, and what she's going to get through. And she was here last week, so we can't wait to have her back to tell her story, so you guys can really, see inspiration at its finest. But with other things being said, what else you got to brew this week?
As we've been recently talking about a lot of people around us, you know what I'm saying? We always give a nice little shout out to Big Livid. Yeah. It's so funny because, hey, bruh, but I thought about you yesterday because I was in a grocery store, and in this particular grocery store, it had all kinds of like energy drinks. And organic this and organic that. Mm-hmm. One thing I know about Livid brand Vitality is that it has yerba mate in it, and that's like a tree and something like that. You guys have to like look that up for yourself, but it definitely provides energy and stuff like that, and it is organic. Mm-hmm. And so at the store I was looking, they had like a shot of it in the size of like a 5-hour energy. And I thought of tea? No. There's like a yerba mate shot. Oh, okay. But the reason that I knew about yerba mate was because Big and I had a conversation about it, because that's one of the ingredients of Vitality. So I actually took a picture of the shelf to send to him, and I'm going to send it to you later, just to kind of continue to like put in our bid and give you encouragement, because I so looked at that shelf for shit and I was like, very soon you will be here. Yeah. Very soon you'll be there, because he's pushing. And if you guys don't know, of course, follow him. It's Livid Brands on Instagram. Look up Big Livid. You'll find him if you just type in Big Livit. I think his Instagram is like Papadopoulos or something. But anyway, you put in Big Livid, you will find Big Livid Brands and the tea and all the other stuff. He does major promo. I'm quite sure that this week they'll be doing a tasting somewhere in the DMV area. And shout out to him, because you got to keep your grind real. But also on the grind is real is Goddess Entertainment. We met her some time ago. Well, there's lots of stuff popping, and I had to send her a shout out today because there's so many things popping that I know personally GemDTwin has missed, just because the things, things for us are always popping. Life is popping, but I need to shout her out, and you guys look up the Goddess brand. And on Instagram, they are the Goddess, GODISS brand, BRAND _ And so it's like an artist collective. She is all about that team is all about collaboration, the vibe, higher vibrations. She's an artist absolutely herself. Higher vibrations, and creating like a positive space for artists to be fucking awesome. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her, because we've said several things. I know Trap Mother is on the team. That's a little baby. Yeah. We love her. So I'm doing graphic arts and things like that. So every once in a while, SipsTea the Show, even if you guys, if you and we've done events with you or seen you or interviewed you or anything like that, we're always paying attention. We're always looking. Even when you don't hear from us, we are there, and we see you. And we always watch. Yes. Real. And if you guys out there, if you want your product, your brands, or anything, if you guys want to be featured on Brewing TEA, please do. Like, y'all, this is the tea part. Yeah. Everybody here that is joining us right now has the opportunity to like put somebody else on. Shout out to Latisse, who sent us quotes. quotes, of course, but
and highlighting
DC slogan.
Yeah, highlighting her brother.
Highlighted her brother, DC slogan, who is an artist here in DC. And you guys, if you finish watching this show, you can look at other videos that from the actual show that DC slogan was on when we interviewed him. That was lit.
And y'all, he's actually doing some big shit. He's like doing some real big things.
So
like,
you gotta
he's on Pandora, Amazon Prime,
he's doing his thing. He's like really, literally brewing his own tea right now.
Yeah, he's doing his thing and he's grinding. And I know that he has, I know Latisse is one of his major supporters along with his other brothers and sisters, but he is out here, and SipsTea the Show is always supporting him. He is out here really doing his thing. That's what it really takes. It takes consistency.
Absolutely.
Shit don't come easy to nobody. You got to definitely stick with the grind. Like no matter what it is, no matter what you're trying to be out here doing, you got to just stick to it. Even if it don't seem like you going anywhere.
That just means it's not your time.
It's just not time, but you have to keep going before you miss your time.
Right.
So, shout out to him because he's definitely on his time and he's doing his thing and he's out like really doing it big for DC, putting us on the map. I knew that this was going to be the year for DC and it definitely has been the year for DC. So shout out to him.
So again, if you guys want to, please send us information like DM us, drop some shit in the DM, let us know, message us, add us or something on this page. Just let us know who we should be brewing. You know what I mean? Because we got people that we love, but our love is big. It's circular. We got space for everybody. Shout out to Cake and App Club for this bomb lip gloss. Yes.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, she been rocking this.
Yes.
That lasts longer than that.
Absolutely, it does. A dab will do you. So shout out to her, another sisterpreneur. You know what I mean? So we'll send us your shit. Like if you have products,
try it out.
We will definitely try it out. And we will shout you out on the show. If you want your product displayed, if you want your brands promoted, if y'all got events in the city, because we can't everywhere, so at least let us talk about like what is going on and share that kind of information. So
exactly,
yes. But if anything from all of our entrepreneurs that we say during Brewing Tea, show the fuck up. Just show the fuck up. Like that's one thing. Just like Deceleb was saying about being consistent and keeping it moving, even when you don't feel like you're getting the most feedback or the feedback that you want. Just show the fuck up. Like if that's your shit, that's your shit.
But honestly, show the fuck up for anything that you're doing.
That's right.
You got to show up first, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a thing you try, a business you trying to start or whatever it is. You got to show out first before anybody else comes. You got to believe in yourself first. So
shout out to Jules by Gem. How y'all doing? Okay.
Yes, definitely shout out to them. She keeps those locks popping.
Okay. To my sister Locke.
And shout out to this damn worst ass nail salon in the fuck America. I got my damn nails done. These shits are popping off. So I'm just taking the rest of them
see you're just helping them pop right off on the show.
Shout out, that's why I like this one Master Kimmy. She does nails, y'all. And when y'all get y'all's nails done by her shits last forever. And she's black on business. And she's been doing nails for over 15.
She charged like $70. I just want to know.
Shorty hitting heads.
Okay. Shorty
she hit heads. You know what? You can pay $30 and like this.
Okay.
Or you can pay $70 and end up like that.
Facts. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think that the sisters are like
because the China people? Because the China people give us the worst of the worst because they know we want our nails done.
Yeah.
And as long as they look good, we walk out the door. That's all they care about.
You want jam on your nail?
Yes.
Jam on your nail.
Come on, my baby.
But yeah, so that is Brewing Tea, guys, and let's get into some tea time. So
brew your own people though. Go to your
absolutely,
own people.
Absolutely.
Them foreigners.
Pay them the extra little $10. But
yeah,
listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Number one,
I pay for quality work. Yeah.
Quality work, yes. Prove yourself, yes. But also like charge what you're worth by all means. But also let's check out the prices in your market. That's part of a business. Checking out what's in your market and just basing your prices, not necessarily on that, but just know what you're working with. Now, just like Eb Deceleb said, if you know that over here maybe going to charge you $30, but over here you charge $50, but your shit is worth $50, people will eventually come to you because of the $50. And again, you set your prices according to somebody else's you don't set your shit according to somebody else's pocket. You know what I'm saying? If you got the $50 clients, the $70 clients, those are who you want.
You might need to go to the $50 mark.
That's who should come in. That's who should come in to see who should pop it up in the motherfucker, right? Right. So do your thizzle, but do your research. You know what I'm saying? We have to be educated business people because the odds are stacked against us as well. For instance, if Big Libbit went out here and decided to lowball himself and not charge what other people were charging in the same market or the same tea, who loses?
Exactly.
And then some people, to be honest, they won't fuck with your shit just because it's not priced as it should be. So how is it even true?
But it's so unfortunate though, because some people on the other side will fuck with go buy MAC lipstick before buying that lipstick just because it's MAC.
Absolutely.
MAC, the brand has to start from somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everybody has to have the buy-in.
You need to be a Microsoft
buy into your
person.
own shit. Exactly.
Yes,
buy into your own shit.
From the ground up.
Like exactly. Because everybody got to start somewhere. Just don't buy it because it's MAC and that's MAC boo on my lips. Nah, that's Bobby Brown. Buy that because what's the name of this brand?
It is Cake and Nap Club.
And what made her start her brand? Do you
I don't know. She's actually in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
See, and a lot of brands, especially for entrepreneurs, a lot of brands who aren't mainstream always have a story.
Absolutely.
See, how you get me is I buy into your story. I might not even really fuck with your lipstick, but guess what? Because you had a story behind why you did what you did, I'm gonna fuck with that story.
Okay.
So understand when you're supporting your own, you're not just supporting your own by purchasing their product, you're supporting your own by believing in their dream.
Yeah.
And if you can believe in a dream, then that goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Versus believing in Bobby Brown or Mac or whatever, they've already made the billions.
Right.
Somebody already believed in them. Believe in somebody that don't believe in you.
Absolutely.
That's all I said.
Okay.
And stop going to Maylene for your fucking nail. Kimmy.
Hello. Kimmy. Shout out Kimmy. So yeah, with that, tea time is the part that we talk about and the things that are happening in the world around us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
there's always some shit going on around here.
There is.
I got a question for my tea time now.
What is it?
And first of all, I have to throw out a disclaimer.
Oh shit.
Because I'm a whole lesbian.
Okay.
Okay, a whole
she is
pussy eating dyke.
Yeah, that was a lot. I'm glad we pulled out the super gay
so I don't care, okay?
Okay.
But
yeah,
so I had the preference. You said what?
Dykes don't say dyke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We don't call ourselves dykes.
I can call myself a
but
dyke.
You can call yourself a dyke if you want to be a dyke. You're a dyke today.
Okay. But what I am gonna say is, and I need people to, I want
to. Okay.
What do y'all think about men who identify as heterosexual males, which are straight men, not gay men, not transgender, but straight men dogging the pussy? Straight up men.
Wait. Okay. That's the question. What do we think about straight men dogging the pussy?
I have to make that.
Okay. I was like, is that the question?
Because I'm not trying to categorize them back. So the category is straight men. Okay. Straight men. Whoever watches Pose. I love that show.
Yes.
I'm not talking about gay men.
Okay.
What do y'all think about straight men getting blowouts? Straight men wearing pearls. Straight men getting their fingernails done. Straight men wearing female clothes.
Okay. So I know that this is controversial.
And I will say my opinion. You go ahead and say your opinion. And I want people to get a collaboration because I need to know what y'all think, because I think that this shit has gone way too fucking far. Okay. Way too far. You don't get to sit here and fuck a bitch and turn around and get y'all's nails done. Like,
I mean, wait, okay, but let me ask you this. How are they getting their nails done? Because I see men up in the nail shop.
I'm not talking about getting a nice gel manicure and getting those cuticles. You should do that. I'm talking about getting that gel manicure and getting different colors on your nails, or getting red to match that outfit that you're going to wear to the club, or getting pink, or getting green, or getting black, and even getting white. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, and then you have the audacity to add to get extensions on your nails. Now you
wait a minute. Now I gotta draw the line. Okay, up until now, this is just how I feel about the whole situation. And it's probably because I'm a Gemini. Every time somebody says something about where people fit and what's masculine versus what's feminine, because there was a time, let's be clear, there was a time when a woman could not wear pants. Yeah. We were not considered women, and we were being rebellious and absolutely against the rules for us to wear a set of pants. Yeah. So when people start getting into clothing and things like that, I'd be like, but how did we set the trend about what's female and what's male? Because I really need to, like, I'm not sure. At one point, men weren't supposed to wear pink. And we started calling it salmon because traditionally, and we got to talk about tradition, even though there's a lot of fuck shit that is laid in the tradition of people, but traditionally pink. Traditionally, they do it from them. We know you are masculine because you have some pink, and you are feminine because you're masculine because you wear blue. You are feminine because you wear pink. So society in general has this little thing. Now, I also know, thinking forward and, into the future.
2000.
Yeah, like, I don't know that we can use clothing and stuff like that to, like, determine people's masculinity, because don't get me wrong. I done seen some brothers or people in general, men, wearing all kinds of quote-unquote male shit, and you're a bitch-ass male. You are a poor example of a male, of a man. Okay. So your clothing did not make you any more of a man than somebody else. But now, but like I said, there are certain things that just go too far for me. That, like, if you are putting extensions, I think, okay. Because
what about? Very few people see. I knew you with the blowout, so I'm gonna give you an example. What's his name? Cat Williams. I knew him with the blowout. Yeah. So that's okay. But
who said that? It was okay. Cat did it, and he decided
because that was who he was.
Absolutely. So if these other men are walking around and that's who they are, how do you?
No, that is who his persona gave. He's a pimp. He's a this, and I get the.
So blowout. A pimp is. You see what I'm saying? So it's okay if you're a pimp.
No,
to have a blowout and have your nails done and stuff
that was the
but
character.
Is that the pimp persona?
No, that was playing into his character.
But that's who he is, because he's doing that to this day.
Well, now he now he needs one because those that
took out. Now whose edges are gone.
Exactly. So but when you're at the nail salon and you're getting pixie rods put in your hair, or you're getting a whole blowout. You don't get no. I have a feeling, and this is just me, I think that now we're so acceptable to certain things and we tolerate. I'm all about people, be who you are. Mm-hmm. I don't want to take away from that, but still, you got to leave something. You got to leave something for us.
Does that tell? Okay, so what?
And I feel like
what are you
I feel
saying
like
that
they're demasculating men because they're trying. I told you, me and my friend was talking about.
Who's doing it? Who's demasculating the men, or the men demasculating? I think
themselves? Society is playing into it. Society has accepted and said it's okay because what they're trying to do is our brothers who are doing it.
And maybe we are doing a little bit too much like another race people because here goes Latisse. Latisse actually said, at first she said they are not a boo. I think we was talking about with the whole nail situation, but she said some men are metrosexual. And then she said, so what do you call Prince? Now let me say this as well.
But Prince identified
back in the day. I don't know what Prince identified with, but all I know is I saw him with a hell of a lot of women. So maybe he was bisexual. And let's be clear, guys, whether we talked about it or not, R.I.P. Whether we talked about it or not, bisexuality is also weaved into the construct of this entire society. It's just that people were very quiet about it.
But can I tell you my belief though?
Why
I think they're doing it? Can I tell you my logic?
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to demasculate men because they're doing it to more so our brothers. It's our brothers who are really getting out here doing these things, wearing the nails and the pearls and that. But let me tell you why. Can I tell you why? Before you go. I think they're doing this, it's just in my mind, because they are trying to encourage different behaviors to stop the rebirthing of our nation, of our men, of
they're trying to actually feminize us,
yes,
so that
I have a feeling
they might be trying to feminize you. Now, historically, also,
a lot of everybody.
I'm sorry, African American men have a history of being strong as fuck.
Exactly,
and that was always threatening and scary.
Exactly. So now they're trying to demasculate them. And encourage certain behaviors, because you see certain behaviors being encouraged by people of let's look at Young Thug for an example.
But I will tell you this: be very careful, because historically as well, gay men will whoop your ass. Okay,
real gay men will fuck you up.
So I'm sorry, you might have on the clothes that say you are a feminine or gay male and
a straight man who dresses like a woman.
A straight man, okay, but if people are demasculating you so that they feel more comfortable and you are less scary to them, that's not mean, because historically, I'm sorry, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah,
people have been talking about that for years, that like a gay man will fuck you up,
all the way up.
All the way up.
All my life I heard.
All my life. Yeah, I had to fight my So
like I said, I saw what's his name, Tigger. What is it, Tigger?
Yeah.
When I saw that damn blowout on that goddamn, I said, "What in the hell?"
What's dude?
Young Jock?
Yes.
Too much.
And then it was blue, and then I don't know. I need
you never do that again in life. I need you to not, because the next thing, what's gonna be okay next is men wearing wigs, not gay men or I'm talking about straight men wearing wigs. That's gonna be next.
Anna just said on YouTube, Anna just said she would have to draw the line if the guy is getting tracks or weave extensions. But let's be clear. You will see a lot of people walking around with lock extensions, whether you know it or not. They have done it. But okay, so there is a line too. Like, I don't mind you.
You cannot walk around me with no straight Brazilian 16 to 16.
Well, you can't walk around with me. I mean, I like a beautiful man, don't get me wrong, but
you're not gonna,
but if you know in a win, baby, because first of all, I'm really gonna be jealous. Like, you looking at your head like that's just too. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be, if you Fabio with these, you got beach curls and shit. Go put some straight backs in. Go. Okay. But you know what? And then what do we do with our guys that have like naturally fucking gorgeous ass hair? I'm just saying,
put that shit in the ponytail.
See,
don't straighten that shit.
No, don't straighten it. But what if your shit was naturally? I'm saying.
There's one thing about being natural. So there's a difference about naturally. This is just who you are. Like, especially like that, my Caucasian brothers.
But that's the same thing they say about women. Well, our hair is naturally one way, and they be like, "Oh, her hair." And then other people try to match what your shit looks like because your shit looks bomb.
No, I'm talking about you purposely trying to straighten your hair. You purposely adding a track here and there.
What's the difference between that and like lock extensions? Because you want this long, like you want your shit.
Locks is more of a masculine look.
Locks is more of a masculine look, but we have women and men. So how are the locks more masculine look when women and men both wear locks? There's no difference between the locks that women and men wear.
There is a difference. It's the way you wear your hairstyle. Some men,
people mostly wear their hair down. They just wear their hair. People also curl their hair. They also they don't necessarily do the spiral curls. But they do that crinkle curl. And this is just, all I'm saying is women and men do that same thing with their hair. When we start talking about why this person can do this and why, like certain things, we've decided as a society that certain things are acceptable and this is acceptable. You just said it. This is acceptable. This is not. We got on the hair topic and we all talking about.
You walk around with a man if you were straight with wet and wavy hair.
What is it? His?
No, it's tracks.
No, I'm having a problem with that.
Oh, okay.
Because somebody might fuck you up and rip
What if you walk around with lock extensions and you didn't even know it?
Then I would not know it. That's my point to you.
Did know it?
Then that's what he did with his hair.
Because then why not walk around with somebody?
Because you got to put. You know how the tracks go in, sis. Okay. Now, if you got them. If I didn't know, I don't know what I could do about that. But tracks come with this whole thing. Back in the day, people got to go like, I will fuck you up myself. I don't even. I'm gonna shut up because I'm not really a fan of anybody's lace front, to be honest. I don't think you should be matting anything down to the front of your foot. But the same way I feel about that, like to each his own. If you like a good lace front, I know my daughter wear lace. Well, she used to wear lace front.
I used to say, bring our boys back. Bring our men back. Bring our men back. Bring our men back. Real, and that's what I'm not even trying to.
But can they show up? Could they show up with their locks?
Absolutely. But you can't show up with your wet and wavy. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what we have decided
with your blowout that looks better than mine.
Anna said we call that Pretty Ricky. Okay.
Pretty boy.
But actually,
and then don't get mad if a gay man try to come and talk to you with your wet and wavy.
Okay, here you go, Anna. So Anna on YouTube, she also said lock extensions. You know, so a guy with lock extensions, that's not her type. But Anna, we have to ask you, how do you know if he has lock extensions? The whole point behind extensions is not to know that you have lock extensions.
So lock extensions you can't count though. I mean, I'm not talking.
Why can't you count lock extensions? Anna counts lock extensions. My point is, people, this is a very personal thing.
You know somebody wearing tracks versus somebody.
Absolutely, because they got this shit up to you. It's on your scalp. Like you had to get a sew in, like or something. You know.
I just say bring our men back. That's it. Bring our men back.
Bring them back better than what they.
And no disrespect. That's the whole thing about it because I love my gay man because they can always rock a pair of heels better than I can. But my thing is, I'm talking about
what else do they not get to do though?
Paint their damn nails.
You can't paint.
Like I want to be like if I was a straight woman, I would not want to be like holding your nails and looking at that ruby red on your nails. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
If I was straight, I want a man.
It would be weird as fuck. It would be weird, but
it would be weird as fuck if you got a French manicure on your goddamn nail.
I mean, but if we about to go to some kind of event and the shit is just lit because it's lit and you dress to the nine, see, okay, this is my thing. I think some of our celebrity brothers and sisters get away with certain things because now you can be. It's a posh thing. It's an entertainment.
Society has accepted. That
is what they are fucking creating for the rest of society because society is actually taking. Because
they don't want us to be able to.
Society is taking cues from people on the internet. From people. So I don't know who put the bug in your head. Why don't you do a blowout or perm your head? And if y'all remember, back in the day, the only thing we did when Cat Williams came on the stage is everybody thought it was funny. Because just like Eb Deceleb, it was a gimmick. Character. It was gimmicky.
That was his character.
But let's be clear, that was the same brand. Guess what? The perms and the blowout is not new. It's actually a thing. Just like when they did Hustle and Flow, that was a thing that was done. You see what I'm saying? You know it's hot out here for a pimp when you're trying to make this money for the rent. Okay, but yeah.
But see, we're not trying to make this money for the rent.
But I'm saying is that was
hard out here for
if you guys have like checked your history and the history of some.
They used to wear that Shirley curl.
They did.
So are you saying they bringing it back?
All I'm saying is that it was already here.
Okay.
I'm saying it was already here when Tupac came along and motherfucking gang shows. We decided we was about to wear them straight backs. Let's be clear about that as well. But no, we got the straight backs from some celebrity shit as well.
The difference is
Oakland, Inglewood, and shit.
When they had that Jerry curl, they had that Jerry curl with their natural hair.
So what you think about Snoop?
Well, Snoop, you can't answer about Snoop.
I'm saying, sis. Snoop has been since the beginning of it. His shit been laid in the shade, and he will blow the shit out. He will platinum. But that's how I know. What I'm trying to say to you is, don't be a hypocrite. Then you can't be hypocrite.
Do not talk about.
You can't talk about one issue without. Anna said also James Brown. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Anna. This did not start today.
But they wasn't wearing tracks.
How you know what they was wearing?
Snoop wasn't wearing tracks because I got to
Snoop wearing. Yeah, now you in your fucking feelings. Now you in your feelings. But nobody better not say nothing wrong about Snoop. Hey, now you in your feelings. All I'm saying is, and this is a prime example of why I always say, stop fucking judging and mind your goddamn business.
No, I'm judging
because what? Because when Snoop came out, he could do what he wanted to do because he was doing it.
He was Snoop.
He wasn't Snoop. He wasn't an old man all the time.
Don't talk about
James Brown, when he came out, he was
James Brown.
Thank you, Anna. That was what they were doing. That was the thing.
But that was their persona with their hair, what they were not.
And no, he was not wearing. We don't think he was wearing a track.
He was not.
We wouldn't know because if he burned that shit off trying to perm it, I bet
he was not.
I bet he probably came up with some kind of.
How you know he got perm?
I didn't say. I said if he did.
He got a blowout.
I said if he did. If he did, y'all don't know what the hell he did. Y'all don't know what the fuck happened behind the scenes.
He did not get no perm.
Oh yeah, all I'm saying. I still think.
Know Snoop.
First of all, I think the tracks and the extensions is probably extra and going a little bit far. You know why though? Because sometimes us women should be wearing tracks and extensions. Like the shit is ripping your hair out. Like,
but my thing is, you gotta leave something for the women though. Like all it. But my thing is, back in the day,
leave something for us girls.
Yeah, back in the day, that was just what it. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, we're in a society today where we cannot afford to demasculate the black man.
And said he got. So who demasculated him when he was on stage with all his glittery shit and his James Brown? Anna's talking about James Brown. She loved her some James Brown.
How he was presented.
So these people are saying to
they
you,
were not
I am walking the street. This is how I'm presenting myself. This is who I want to be.
Excuse me. No, I'm not talking about. What I'm talking about is who they're becoming, because Tigger was not presented with a blowout.
Okay, so you're saying he's changed his persona
yes,
to okay.
Yes, he was not presented with a blowout.
I mean, I think we
and
also
let's
need
talk
to
about
discuss.
what's the other guy's name?
Young
Jock. He was not presented with a blowout
no.
either. He wasn't.
But also presented like he need to find himself in gentle role.
Yeah, right,
I'm sorry, Jock.
Like, what's his name? What's his name on Love and Hip Hop Miami, Hollywood? What is his name? God damn it! What is his name? He gets his nails painted. He does have lock extensions and stuff. He just had the baby. What the fuck is his name?
You are talking about A1.
A1. He was not presented like that when he came out. He is like.
See, I don't know anything about. All I know is what I've seen on here.
When he originally came
and the
out,
first time I saw
like
A1
that.
on there, and he was getting, his
nails and stuff done.
But I will also say that there's plenty of people who in the industry, they have moved you from one place to another. Even women, 1 minute you are like a little tomboy, the next thing you need to be super and busty. And when you are in the rock realm and you want to be musical and eclectic, we can't really pull that into them because in the history of music, men have been doing things as well, like Guns N' Roses, So the fact of the matter is that these men have been doing certain things for quite some time, especially in the music industry.
I just think we gotta let people be like people. They're picking people.
Anna said, Anna, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Anna said that Young Jock is whack.
He is whack. Young Jock is whack. A1. Yeah, Young Jock is whack as fuck. I just feel like it's people when we get into this industry, don't let this industry conform who you are.
Right.
Stay to who you are and who we met you as. If I met you with a Jerry curl, I could probably accept it just a little bit more. Like Snoop Dogg, I can accept him. I'm always accept him. But when people met you, you was rocking weave. So now we supposed to accept you as just a natural girl. I'm a woman. I'm different. Now,
you a woman. You get to do what you want, and there are men, and they can't do what they want. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, let's be clear about the message that we're sending.
I'm talking about straight men trying to be women.
What made him trying to be women? He's fucking his wife. He's, doing this, that, and the other. He's never said anything about being gay. He's been hella
we don't.
All I'm saying is, before we start getting all judgy, we gotta think. Just like we started this conversation, and you talking about certain things that men are beginning to do in society, and then we back in our history, and the men were already doing it. No. We actually grew out of the James Bond phase when the women and the men were doing the same things with their hair. And then the men decided, you know what?
Shit.
This is talking shit. Historically, check your fucking facts.
Talking shit.
Okay?
She talking
check
shit.
your fucking facts. Like,
shit.
I mean, that's what you gotta do.
woman. Okay,
I'm not saying. Look, it depends on like what era are you in. I can't even tell y'all because I'm not a straight woman. Like I just, I'm not finna just like. Do I want to see my son with a perm?
Exactly.
Okay, but here.
Okay,
let's be clear. Let's be clear.
If your son was like,
when I just said that,
your son said, "Mom, let's go get our nails done."
When I just said, let me finish my statement. When I just said, do I want to see my son with a perm? The first thing I was about to say is hell no. And then I fucking remembered that at one point we put a perm in his hair and it was spiky and the shit looked dope as fuck. Male dope in a male dominant. The only reason he still didn't rock it was because it was like hard on the upkeep. The shit was dope. I should post. I actually called it. Sorry.
The hell is
I shouldn't say call this nigga, but I actually was like, I'm gonna change his name because like it was very, very cute. You know what I'm saying? He had the shit cut on his side. It was sexy. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't need to go to school like that, but just like that, people. I think that everybody needs to watch the shit that they say and watch the shit that you think. Because as soon as you saying that you wouldn't, and as soon as you're on a point at somebody else, you find out that this is some shit that you either did yourself, or you haven't checked your facts, or we actually talking about some shit that, like, it's certain things that we don't agree with, but we also don't agree with those things because society told us not to.
You know what?
Is it going to be weird? Possibly. And it's going to be weird until everybody's doing it. Then all of a sudden it's acceptable.
It's not weird anymore.
And I'm just going to leave that right there.
Go back to the thing because somebody just said something.
I'm just going to leave that right there. Everything is weird to us until everybody's doing it. Until it's acceptable. It was weird for women to be wearing their natural hair at one point. Then it was acceptable.
Well, now people think it's still weird.
It was weird for women to wear pants. Now it's acceptable. So when we start,
fine. You know what? Then fine. You win. I lose. This
it's
battle.
not a win or lose. It is.
Then if you want to rock out with your cock and your Jerry curl and
I do. I actually would love to rock out with my cock out.
Do you, boo? Do you? Because guess what? I ain't fucking you. No.
Okay, so Janelle. Hey, Janelle. So she said yes. Stockings and heels were worn by men in the French and British courts before women. That's what I'm saying. Like. Historically, history always repeats itself. So we're saying certain things about right now, but this is what it was. This is what it was.
All right, so I'm about to go throw on some baggy clothes.
Like when men, even white men, since she's talking about British and stockings and heels and stuff like that, even the white men with whose hair was already a certain way, you know, they weren't even assimilating, but they would actually take sorry, but those were wigs to Parliament with curls in the shit. Like, and this was prior to women doing anything. So these are facts. Like, this is our fucking history. Now, this might not be our African American history because before we came here, I didn't see us putting nothing but juices and berries in our hair. Okay. Before we came here, it is quite possible that, let's be clear as well, in the motherland, at least in all of, you know, we were big on painting and also adding body art and things like that too. So I cannot really say what is this and what is that because this is what we did. We added color. We did do body art. We did do paintings. Did they have male versus female paintings? I don't know. It's quite possible that they did. But I think it's kind of, and Janelle also said, 80s rock bands wore makeup, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like we had Axel. I think some of our rock bands now are still wearing makeup. Definitely their fingernails painted. And when we started having,
weird as fuck.
It's weird as fuck. And then when everybody starts doing, all of a sudden it won't be a conversation.
Weird as fuck.
It won't. Because the only things that are weird are things that we're not used to.
Sorry. It's still weird as fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's still weird
and
as fuck.
I'm so glad this is a show because when this is just a thing and it's commonplace, we will come back to this show. And I'm going to repeat.
And you might look good in them skinny jeans.
You might.
Your hair done.
People been wearing that skinny jeans. Listen, y'all.
But it's still.
I do want y'all to start. And I don't care if you gay or straight or whatever.
I know your fucking nuts are hurting.
Please.
I know your nuts are hurting.
Please. Buy them skinny jeans in a size bigger, damn it.
Yo, shit.
Put the shit on top of your ass, like on top of your ass. Stop wearing it like in a hat.
Exactly.
So that we can see whether or not the inseam is right. Like, well, are they long enough or not? Stop doing that. Wear the skinny jeans. Let them be skinny and slender. We had the slim fit.
I like the slim.
That was always a thing.
Yeah,
but then we got skinny jeans. I know that your balls are hurting. I know that is squeezing them too tight.
Yeah, because that's that. Even when women wear too many skinny jeans and shit too tight, you get a yeast fucking infection. So I can only imagine what them nuts are sitting on.
Right. Janelle also said, she said, but I don't want to see my straight brother wear heels or makeup or try.
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? And that is very fair. But again, we got to go back to that Prince thing. He done stepped out there in all kind of heels because he was short. Hopefully, I mean, short men. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one alone because, I'm going to leave it alone. But
they say short, never mind.
We're going to leave it alone and blur, blur, blur. Okay. But this has been so fun and amazing conversation, y'all.
That was a good question, right?
Yeah. That was super fun.
That was a good question, right?
Because
it's all about the collaboration.
It's all about the collaboration. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we didn't scare none of y'all. Hopefully y'all don't go home.
And we preference it. I preference the shit out of it. I'm not talking about no gay man or transgender. I'm talking about people who identify as straight men.
Right.
Now, because that's something good for us for the ships.
Okay, let's move on into affinity. And affinity is the section of the show that we talk about the ship, all of our relationships.
You pose the question, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we have friendships, situationships,
relationships, and some ships have you fucked up.
All ships have you fucked up at one time, at one point or another. Mm-hmm. But this is one subject that it's time for us to chime in, and the subject is favors.
The subject is
okay. Ready? Favors versus.
Tuning in from Egypt.
Hello, Egypt. What's up? Okay, let's not start talking about those kind of fashion. But we're going to talk about.
Egypt. I'm coming to
ma'am.
I'm talking to.
Okay, but can you? Because we doing a whole show. Egypt has to tune in, and you have to be here with me. Okay. All right. Okay. Just over talking and trying to do the whole motherfucking thing.
Hi, Egypt.
Okay. Yes. Hi, Egypt. And again, guys, if you want to join the collaboration, we would really love you to go over to YouTube, click the link in the bio wherever you are, join us on YouTube, and then you can join in on the collaboration. All right, so with affinity, the question is favors, the topic, favors versus mutually beneficial agreements. Okay? Things that you do as a favor, like how do we classify favors between the ships versus something that was a mutually beneficial agreement. Okay. And I think this is important because a lot of times when you do something for somebody, Lordy, you're thinking you did them a favor. But did you do them a favor or did you engage in a mutually beneficial agreement?
Here's the thing. It only turns into a favor when the agreement doesn't agree with you anymore.
Or is it okay? Can we really say that favors, you're not getting anything out of a favor?
Exactly.
Okay, right?
I'm just doing something.
I'm doing something for you.
I'm looking out.
Right. Okay, for instance, Eb Deceleb, matter of fact, can you tap me a little bit, sir? Okay. But Eb Deceleb supplied the tea tonight. Okay, thank you, girl. Okay, so her passing me, let's just be clear, her passing me a little bit of schliz. Okay, that's doing me a favor. Okay, sis, go ahead and pour it. All right, great. Her bringing the schliz to the show, I feel like would be a mutually beneficial agreement because that is something that you did for both of us. However, if we're sitting here, the show was not about the truth 80 proof. Girl, let me write that down. The truth 80 proof.
Drop the gem. How y'all doing? I'm kind of true 80 proof.
Hashtag. Okay. So if it wasn't about the truth 80 proof, and you bought in a drink for me because I said, do this show, I need to clear my head. And you just popped over to the liquor store and bought in something to drink. that will be something you did for me because you're not drinking, right? That will be a favor you did for me. Now, when you start wrapping your lips around the drinks and you did a favor for us, right? Yeah. That to me would be a mutually beneficial agreement, or that's like some basic ass shit. Okay. Or if I said, okay, let's talk about using cars. That happens a lot, right? Friendships, relationships, things like that. People use cars. Let's check in on. Oh, somebody's having issues. Okay. Yeah, you guys, if you have some issues, just stay tuned to YouTube and just keep it rolling. But using a car. So you allow your friend to use the car because they need to go. You need to drop somebody off at the airport. Okay. Right? I need to drop somebody off at the airport. There's something wrong with my car. You let me use your car. You did me a favor, right? You did me a favor unless here's when it turns into a mutually beneficial agreement. You don't want to drive down to DC and try to park your car anyway. It actually works out for you if I use your car in the morning, take mine, whoever, to the airport, and then come back and pick you up. You benefit. That is a mutually beneficial agreement because right now, yes, you helped me accomplish a goal, but I also helped you accomplish a goal of saving money because you didn't have to park. You don't have to worry about this, that, and the other. So there are a lot of agreements and things like that I feel like we enter into in life in general.
And sometimes you have to set the standard. Yes. And see, a lot of people, what happens is they set an expectation. They expect you to know the difference. If you don't feel like they know the difference between a favor versus an agreement, then you need to sometimes make that shit known. Right. And I'll give you an example. Okay. It comes with me with borrowing. See, and I'm gonna put it like this. When you ask me, can I borrow? I don't give a fuck if it's $1. You say, hey, sis, can I borrow $1? I'm going to expect that $1 back. Right, because you didn't say, can I have? And you could have easily said that as well. Thank you, because I'm going to look at you very funny for the rest of your life until you give me my fucking $1. Not 99 cents. $1. $1. And I'm going to feel like you're playing the shadow because you said, hey, sis, can I borrow $1? I'm like, oh, sure, yeah, I got you. But no, take this in the back of my mind because you said borrow. I know that it means I'm going to expect it back.
Hold on one second. So, guys, on SipsTea the Show, I see that we're running out of time. Join us on YouTube Collaboration. We'll be on here for approximately 3 to 5 more minutes. Okay? Okay. Click the link in the Bible.
Now, if you say, hey, sis, can I have $1? Then two things are going to happen. Now I got to think about this. The fact that I'm not going to get that $1 back.
No, you ain't.
And then I'm going to think about, do I really have the $1 to spare?
Absolutely.
Right? Because those are two different things. Like, now, am I offering to give you
Girl, that's a whole nother time. I got to write some more stuff down.
But you see what I'm saying?
No, I absolutely
That's
do.
Real shit. Like, people don't understand, like, especially when it comes to a favor versus an agreement.
Next week, we're going to talk more in depth about borrowing shit and these, borrow versus can I have.
Exactly.
But yes, that also relates to favors versus mutually agreement. Yes. Like, because
sis, can you do me a favor? Oh, sis, can we do this together? The different languages. Sis, can you do me a favor? Or we're doing a favor for each other. Or sis, can we do this together? Because the beneficial are from both parties. A favor, typically, you're only going to benefit from it. Absolutely. Because it's a favor. But an agreement is something you both benefit from. But my problem is when because you don't benefit it, do not start calling it a favor. Because we went into it as a benefit.
Girl, drop that fucking mic. Drop it, sis. Drop it, sis. There you go. You just drove it home. Okay, so yes, you just drove it home. Do not try to make a favor, a mutually beneficial agreement into a favor
when you don't benefit.
Or no, because you're supposed to benefit from a mutual. But don't like your perception. Don't forget that it was a mutually beneficial agreement.
You go into it knowing what it is.
Don't forget that shit.
Whether you benefit or not, you cannot change what it was.
There you go. If you can't change what it was, then you need to think long and hard
before you go into agreement.
Before you renege on agreement, thinking that you did something for somebody that was a favor, because You know, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I've been seeing like situations where people think that they did someone a favor.
I got an example.
Go ahead.
I got an example.
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, we go into this together.
Yes.
We went into business together. We both put in $50,000. You put in your 50, I put in my 50, right?
Because we balling.
Because we balling,
okay.
right?
And we believe in
agreement together.
We
right?
gotta do it.
But then guess what? You might have a product that we're both going into, but your product might sell better than mine. Because my product didn't sell doesn't mean I start reneging and trying to take from you.
Absolutely.
You can't do that.
Right.
We went into
and
it
you
as
didn't,
an agreement.
because we went into it together. You didn't do me a favor. I didn't do you a favor. We did. This was a mutually beneficial agreement. And when you start to, from my perspective, if you start to benefit from the mutually beneficial agreement, and I do not, because there's the point. Like, okay, for instance, if we're in a business,
you might do better than me.
I may start off doing better than you. This might be something that if I start off doing this, and I can't say, she can't say, I did you a favor by giving you $50,000 so we could start this business. No, you didn't, sweetie. That was a mutually beneficial agreement. We are in business. WE have a business. I have this thing over here. You have that thing over there. Just because my thing over here is profiting or something like that, and you don't like it, doesn't make $50,000 that you gave all of a sudden a favor. A favor. Because just because I grew from it, you gave it to this. You gave it to our agreement to be something that was mutually beneficial. Just because it took off in one direction that may have benefited me more at the time does not mean that it wasn't still an agreement that we entered into because it was mutually beneficial.
Exactly.
So I think it's so funny because even with jobs, the same shit happens. You know, you guys enter into a contract that is supposed to be mutually beneficial for you and for the company. If they're fair, at least, you know.
They did their part. Like, exactly. When you get it, they did. It was an agreement. Now, whether you keep the job or not, they ain't do you no favors.
They didn't do, no, you didn't do me no favors.
You didn't do them no favors.
You know, I actually had somebody back in the day, I was at work and they were like, it was a Caucasian, Lord bless this child.
Say
Caucasian brother or sister. Yeah. She was a Caucasian sister. Racist. She actually was slightly racist, and I could tell because of this comment.
Yeah.
She told me that my job was trying to give me a chance.
The fuck that mean?
First of all, you a side bitch to my contract with this job because you're not my boss. You're not. You were just somebody there. She said, "Well, they're trying to give you a chance," and I had to let her know, no, baby. They didn't do me a favor. We entered into a mutually beneficial agreement where I produced a product or gave them some work, blood, sweat, and tears, and they gave me a paycheck.
Yes, and you were into that agreement until
I was not welfare to work.
Exactly.
You didn't do me no favors. I didn't do you no. Well, I did do you some favors, but you do me no favors. We entered into a mutually beneficial contract. That's what it's supposed to be, at least. You get my blood, sweat, and tears. I get a paycheck. Okay. All right.
Well, you guys, we definitely have hit that hour.
Yes.
We want to make sure.
Wait, before we go, we did put on Instagram. I was being asked about the lipstick. I did add @CakeandApp. That's the Instagram handle for the lipstick. The lady who actually sells the lipstick, check her out, girl. That all of the things that she sells are dope. Latice also says put it all in writing or text, which is sad but true. Put those things in writing. You know what I'm saying?
Put that shit
because people forget. Time makes people. Time and situations make people forget. And we thank you for adding that. And then
sometimes you can put it in writing. And sometimes you gotta get that shit notarized.
Yes, you gotta be like, remember this.
Have you
remember you said
we said this.
You signed it too. Okay, so and it's really sad that that's how it has to go. But sometimes, you know, sometimes we can't even have agreements amongst each other because people forget over time. But yes, we have reached our hour.
You guys, I hope you guys like the new time that we came on today. We are definitely going to try new time. Times to catch different people,
but so at least be on time.
But yeah, exactly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you're not subscribed to our page, please make sure that you guys do subscribe. Thank you so much. We did get some followers from Egypt. Thank you so much for watching. On Instagram, make sure you tune in on YouTube.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, share the page.
SipsTea the Show on
Exactly.
YouTube.
And join the collaboration. Janelle, Latif, shout out to Anna.
Thank you for
shout out to
tuning
everybody
in.
who tuned in and really just joined into the collaboration, because you guys definitely make our show
Absolutely.
possible. And with that being said,
We
shout
love
out
you
to
to life.
Leo season.
Okay. Wait till y'all come back with this birthday special for Eb Deceleb. Okay.
Shout out to the Leo season.
We gotta do it way big.
And we
all right.
at 9 o'clock.